Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Woohoo! Boy, oh boy, do I have a show for you guys today. Um, unfortunate, unfortunate news coming out of Anaheim last night. Shohei Ohtani, the super mega nova two-way player, tears his UCL in game one after pitching 1 1/3 inning. I will get to that. I want to talk about it. Definitely want to talk about this. Ohtani, second UCL tear of his career. Right before he's set to hit free agency. Anyway, also, first team in Major League Baseball eliminated officially from the playoffs. I give you a wild guess. Those Athletics in Oakland, baby, officially eliminated yesterday from the playoffs after losing to the Royals, I believe. You know your season's going bad when the team with 5 more wins than you kicks you out the playoffs. Just to rub it in. Just to rub it in. Rub it up. Dub. Also, I want to talk about the news coming out about... I got some college basketball news. I don't want to ruin it in the intro. So there's really not much to say. It's one sentence, slap it down, and keep it moving. So I will touch on something that I find very interesting, very awesome. As the kids say, now that's dope. I don't know what kid says that, but it's dope to me. So definitely going to talk about that. Also, I got a bunch of NFL futures here. Don't know how I'm going to unleash them over the next 2 weeks because we are officially... Sound the alarm. 2 weeks away from NFL kicking off on Thursday night, September 7th. What I will do today, though, I have a few teams I am bullish on, few teams I am bearish on. I believe that means, I don't know, not a stock guy. Anyway, today I have one team that I do have about 6-7 bets on, including player props, season totals, whoop-de-wops, boopy-bops. So, I'm going to take one of those teams today and give you all of those bets for that team. Maybe every day I'll throw some bets out there leading up to the NFL season. There's really 2 or 3 teams I'm fading this year as far as futures go. And there's 2 or 3 teams that I'm riding this year. So I will give them out together. It's not going to be like one day I give out this team's win total and then 4 days later I give out that same team's running back rushing prop. I'm going to give you one team today. Boom, all the bets I got for them. I got like 40 or 50 NFL futures placed. Just waiting for the season now. Woo! Definitely will still be betting week to week, but the older I get, man, the more I enjoy and the more I love some good futures. Boom, sit back, relax, watch the bet play out, you know? You got more chances. It ain't just win or lose today, you know? You got a few months. They'll get it together. They'll get it together. And then, of course, you have the the long sweats though, as every game passes and it gets closer and closer to hitting, and you're like, if only they can do it 2 more games. But anyway, without further ado, this is Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live. It's the 24th of August. Beautiful morning. Caught some coyotes roaming my yard about 3 a.m. Rare for these parts. However, it has been in the news the last few years that they were getting closer and closer to my suburb. Suburban life, I guess. Thought I froze? I didn't. I don't know why I did that. No clue. No idea why I just did that. Yeah. I know. So we're live. I know. Live stream. I know. Keep it going. Stay on topic. Keep it moving. No producers here to help. I know. Don't worry about it. This guy, huh? Am I right? You ready? College basketball's coming. No, don't look away now. Franklin Earl Beard Winnington. Mr. I don't give out baseball bets. Just lazy. Just make your little great season, great record. Don't back it up in baseball. Huh? Just save your money, go on vacation. Franklin Earl Beard Winnington, y'all. He is ready to come back, eager to come back, and will definitely be back for college basketball season. Tell you one thing. I miss his music, huh? Miss hearing those horns, baby. It was one of my favorite parts about the show when I started it. It was one of my favorite parts about this show when I thought of doing the show. Was to have the horns for the best bet. And my guy over here to give out the best bet. But anyway, Shohei Ohtani, the dynamite, a dynamic pitcher, hitter, maybe the best player I've ever seen put a pair of cleats on and step on to the diamond. Definitely the first and only player I've seen be the best hitter for their team as well as the best pitcher for their team. It'd be different if he was just average or good in both. But this guy, I mean, he's amazing. Unfortunately, yesterday, Ohtani came out of the game after 1 1/3 inning pitching against the Reds in a game they would lose 9-4. Ohtani continued to hit not only in that game, he also profusely, passionately said, no, I'm hitting in the second game too, man. They did imaging, MRIs done in between the games, and even after learning that he has a tear in his UCL, he said, hey, bro, we got a game. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, but I'm a DH tonight, and we'll figure it out in the morning. Goes 1-5 in game 2 with a double, and sadly, another Angels loss. The manager of the Angels, your boy, Perry Manassian. Your boy Perry, the general manager for the Angels, he comes out, says, look, I really don't know what we're going to do. Have no idea right now. We're going to take it day by day. We're going to see how he feels. We're going to see what he wants to do. We're going to play it by ear. We're going to get a second opinion. We're going to reevaluate. And we're going to make the best decision for Shohei Ohtani. If he does get surgery, this will be his second Tommy John surgery, which, according to statistics, has a much lower success rate than the first Tommy John surgery. Shohei also tore his UCL, if y'all remember, 2018. Had a lot of hype around him, came over here, tore his UCL. Ended up not pitching entire 2019 season. Everybody was talking about this guy overrated, big trash. Put him at right field or DH. Nobody wants to see him pitch. You can't do it. Comes back 2021 and is the best hitter and the best pitcher in the league. 2022, a little bit of the same. If it wasn't for Aaron Judge playing for the Yankees, Ohtani would probably be 2 MVPs deep by now. Aaron Judge did not have an MVP season last year. He hit 61 home runs. But because he did it for the Yankees, he's the MVP. Another story, though. Let me get off of that. Ohtani, set to be a free agent this summer, was also set to get the biggest contract in the history of the Major League Baseball. It's crazy to think somebody's going to give this guy, who may or may not need a second Tommy John surgery, who may or may not pitch again for the foreseeable future. You might be waiting until 2024 to get this guy as a pitcher. Now, you get the DH, but are you going to pay $600 million for a DH in hopes that one day, 18 months from now, 20 months from now, he can return to the dominant pitcher that he is? When history tells you the opposite is more likely to happen. History is now telling you that this guy's arm cannot withstand this. 2018 injured, comes back 2020. Short season, 21, 22, 23. So it's been about 3 seasons for him, 5 years. I mean, it's not bad. It's not like the guy sits out on a regular basis. It's not like he misses time with, well, I guess last week he missed time with cramps. I wonder if that was a precursor to this. Like, I wonder if he was like, because remember, he came out early in the start and it was like, oh, he's dehydrated. He's cramping up. Then the next start, he's like, oh, he has a little blister. I wonder if he really tore his damn UCL a month ago and been trying to hide it. Trying to play through it. Boy is a G. Loves the game of baseball. Loves the city of Anaheim. The team of the Angels. Can never take anything away from this guy. I mean, he has shown pure heart and grit out there on the baseball. I mean, I'm going to tell everybody about this guy until I die. I'm going to be the old guy at the bar. They're going to be like, man, I've never seen anybody as good as this guy. And I'm going to take a sip of my cold beer. And I'm going to say, that's because youngster. Ding. You ain't never seen the fella they call Ohtani. YouTube him. Because YouTube is how you Google stuff now. It's crazy how technology, man, has advanced our civilization. Sadly, books no longer needed. Knowledge that was once passed down from generation to generation is now not needed due to technology. I have knowledge that has not been and will not be passed down ever again. Sad, man. Special, but sad. Special, but sad. Anyway, been going 15 minutes on that boy Ohtani. I don't know. I don't know what best case scenario is. I don't know what worst case scenario is. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, he never pitches again. Best case scenario, he's back pitching 12 to 20 months from now. I'm nowhere near a GM. Have no idea what any GMs are thinking as far as signing him. Have no idea about what this does for his money. I mean, my only guess is instead of 700 million, get the kid 400 million. But I don't know, man. I don't know how you could sign a kid to the most money in the world and not even know if he'll ever pitch again. And I'm sure we'll have the answers by free agency this winter. I'm sure I'm kind of overreacting right now in the moment. But a second UCL tear in 5 seasons, such a young guy. Just, I don't know, man. It's heartbreaking. And then if you look at it from the Angels fans' perspective, Mike Trout, I mean, that guy has been injured, feels like the last 7 years. He's going back on the IL right now. I hate to say it, man. Just Angels, I mean, this team stinks. That's a joke, people. I couldn't think of anything else. It is sad. It is unfortunate. You literally have two of the best players ever, according to fans, in Trout and Ohtani, and can't even get into the playoffs. So definitely a weird situation over there. Scratch that off. The Oakland, the Athletics, the A's of Oakland, Las Vegas A's, should I say. Boy, oh boy, I know y'all hate it. I can't wait. Can't wait to get season tickets for the Las Vegas A's. Sounds amazing to me, man. Just as a fan of gambling, a fan of Vegas, and a fan of baseball, to be able to go put some bets in, get some lunch, a few drinks, walk on down the strip to the ballpark, catch a game. I mean, fabuloso. Now y'all just need to get an NBA team, bruh. Y'all got NFL, MLB. By 2030, Vegas gonna have an NBA team. I mean, the hockey team started it all, and then you got the WNBA team, dominant. I mean, what? Aja Wilson dropped 53 points the other night. Whew. Nasty, Mike. Just extremely nasty. A's eliminated from playoff contention. First team this season. In college basketball news, Kentucky, the University of Kentucky, and I'm not sure if this is across all sports. I'm guessing it is, but I'm going to stick to basketball because that's the only one I truly know for sure. Will now be sponsored by Kobe Bryant's brand. How the Jordan brand does a lot of schools now to this point. You see the little Jumpman logo. Kentucky will get exclusive colorways of Kobe's. And eventually they are planning on putting the shelf Kobe logo. I don't know how to, it's the like triangle looking thing, but not triangle looking thing. They're looking to get that logo on jerseys in the next few seasons. Probably be a slow unwind, I'm guessing, but it is the first of many that the Kobe Bryant brand is planning on sponsoring. Probably in the next decade, you'll just start seeing it almost everywhere. It'll probably be more Kobe and Jordan brand teams than Nike itself, which is kind of cool, kind of funny, kind of humorous, kind of geeky in the sense that it all goes back to Nike regardless. But it is awesome, man, because you see the Jumpman logo immortalized forever, and it'll be nice to have Kobe right up there with them. Now, the sad part is, and I don't know how sad it is, but the part that makes me think, LeBron's got to be next, huh? And I just don't think he's on that level. I said it. LeBron James, big trash. I don't even know why I did it. Steelers, baby. That's the team I am talking about today. It's captained by a hook with the red beard. presented by Stare Down Sports. This is some NFL futures segment. I need to get like a music, and then the narrator comes in. The Redbeards NFL futures. Drop an atomic bomb on that thing. Let's get it. I'm telling you, man, I'm firing my producers. If I don't get bomb drop by the end of the week, running bit on this show. Firing the producers. Anyway, like I said, there's teams that I am fading this year that a lot of people are in love with, that a lot of people are making sure that they put their money on them, that they making sure that they are. I will be fading a lot of those teams, and there are a lot of teams that I'm gonna be heavy on, especially early in the season before those prices drop, because I anticipate these guys, these players, and these teams to be better than the number says. And I'm expecting those juggernaut teams to not be as good as people think. Feel like it's a wave, a title turning in the National Football League, and this year is only the beginning. We watched it happen 2017, I want to say, with the emergence of all of these young cats as far as the Mahomes and the Jacksons and the Hurts and the A-Bears, you call them Herbert, and the retiring of the Bradys and the Breezes and the Mannings. So now I think we're getting to that next tidal wave turning point where all those young cats come the veterans, and there's some young cats under them becoming them. Sounds like a good episode of The Twilight Zone. Today, though, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I think are going to have a breakout year. Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Kenny Pickett in his second season at the helm as the quarterback starting. You got Najee Harris, his second year, looking to take that leap to be elite. I think Najee Harris becomes the quote-unquote best running back in the NFL this year. I think those two wideouts on the outside, Johnson and Pickens, I think last year was a beautiful year for them to gain their footing, gain their confidence, and really mentally figure out what it takes to be successful route in and route out, what it takes to win ball games. I think Kenny Pickett was one of the best quarterbacks last season from the eye test of moving the ball between the 20s. Struggled to get the ball across the end zone last year. I think this year is different. I think he finishes drives at a higher rate. I think Najee Harris takes the leap. I think Pickens and Johnson become one of the best 1-2 punches in that defense. Boy, don't get me started on that defense. Two players I think are in line for Defensive Player of the Year. Great defensive line. Secondary, looking better. There's no reason for me not to believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers don't have a chance to have a special year. And I'm not saying they're going 15-2, 14-3, but I could see 11-6, 10-7, sneak into the wild card, make some noise. Defense gets a few turnovers in a wild card game. Pickett makes it happen. Next thing you know, we're looking at the Steelers in the AFC Championship game. Wouldn't that be something? I'm not calling it. I'm just telling you how I feel. Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. I am on them as much as I can be on them. Let me break it down for you before I get to my baseball bets of the day. Steelers, AFC North, to win it, plus 450. I am on that. Not my favorite bet, not my most proudest moment. But if you look at this division, it might be the toughest in football. I mean, the Ravens are going to beat up on the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals are going to beat up on the Browns. I mean, the Browns are going to beat up on the Steelers, and the Steelers are going to beat up on the Ravens. What I'm saying is, it's going to be an all-out brawl every division game this season. Why can't a team like the Steelers take advantage and, I don't know, get some wins? Be the winner of this division by a literally game. It's going to come down to a game. I don't think one of these teams ends up with 14 wins. It's all going to be around 9 to 12, 13 wins, which you could say that about a lot of divisions. But I definitely think it's going to come down to one or two of these division games for the division. Whether the Steelers have a last-minute drive against the Ravens or Steelers force a turnover against the Browns. It's going to be some key moments this year, and I think this is the year the ball rolls Pittsburgh's way. I think Deshaun Watson will be back. I think he will be elite. Don't think the Browns will be that good, though. I think the Ravens will return to their 12-13 win form. I got a few bets on Lamar Jackson. Think he's going to have a comeback year. And as I gave out on this show last week, I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. I have them plus 500 to win the AFC and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But somewhere in between the Bengals going to the Super Bowl and right now, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have a special season. Plus 450 to win the AFC North. Steelers to make the playoffs. Plus 130. Now let me give you a weird bet that contradicts them winning the division. Say they don't win the division. It's a tough one. Steelers to make the playoffs plus 130. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to get some more value over here and take them to make the playoffs as a wild card team. Plus 275. So you got them to win the division at plus 450. They win the division, you get the plus 450. To make the playoffs as a wild card team, plus 275. They don't win the division, make the playoffs, you get the plus 275. It's a win-win in my head. Skip the plus 130 to just make the playoffs. Now, this is my favorite prop bet to watch. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers and that defense to be the defense that concedes the less points. The defense who ultimately gives up the less points throughout the season. You can find that number at plus 1,000. I love it, man. Plus 1,000 to root defense, defense, defense all season long. Let's move over to some of the props I have. This one's a little crazy. Bit of a long shot, they say. Najee Harris. I am all over Najee Harris. I have more tickets on Najee Harris than I've ever gotten from the dry cleaners in my entire life. Najee Harris, Offensive Player of the Year, plus 10,000. Okay. Let's see why I think he could be the Offensive Player of the Year. Also, I have Olave for the Saints, plus 6,000. Calvin Ridley for the Jaguars, plus 10,000. Those are my three Offensive Player of the Year awards that I will be riding: Ridley, Harris, and Olave. Najee Harris, I think, has a chance to become the best back in football. So let me get Najee Harris over 950 and a hook rushing yards on the season minus 115. Think he has a 1,000-yard season for the first time in his career. Najee Harris, you know what goes good with 1,000 yards on the season? Let's get some touchdowns as well. Najee Harris over 6 and a hook touchdowns minus 125. It's less than half of his games. He just needs to get a touchdown. I mean, you know they're going to be giving it to this guy inside the 5. Najee Harris over 950 and a hook rushing yards. Najee Harris over 6.5 rushing touchdowns. Oh, but wait. There's more. Let's get on this quarterback that I love so much. Kenny Pickett, I think, becomes that guy. The next that guy. There's been a lot of that guys over the last 5 years. I think we're adding Kenny Pickett to the list this year. Give me Kenny Pickett's over 3,300 and a hook passing yards minus 125. Think he slings that thing. I think Tomlin trusts him a little more. I think Tomlin says, hey man, go out there, if you know what I mean. Along with those 3,000 yards, give me Kenny Pickett over 18.5 passing touchdowns. That's at minus 105. If you do the math, he just has to get 2 touchdowns, 2 games, and 1 every other game. It's going to be a game he gets 3 or 4. It's going to be a game he throws 0. I understand. Give me the over 18 and a hook minus 105. But wait, there's more. Talk about the defensive side of things. I told you, boy, I am all over these damn Steelers in the futures prop market. Just putting dots by everything I'm giving out today. As I said, I got some bets on this NFL season. We'll break them down daily or every other daily, team by team. Defensive player of the year. You can go with one of the favorites. He's on the Steelers. TJ Watt plus 800. I like it. I like it. I like it. You like it? You like it? I like it. TJ Watt plus 800 to become Defensive Player of the Year. But the guy that I like, the guy that I'm rooting for, imagine if he has over 5 interceptions, double-digit sacks, few forced fumbles. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick can take an even another level, step, whatever you call it, in his career. Give me him to be the Defensive Player of the Year at plus 10,000. Just to run through all of that real quick. Steelers to win the AFC North, plus 450. Steelers to make the playoffs as a wild card team, plus 275. Steelers to give up the least points on defense as a team throughout the season. Least points conceded, plus 1,000. Offensive Player of the Year, give me Najee Harris, plus 10,000. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt, plus 800. Minkah Fitzpatrick, plus 10,000. Give me Harris over on the rushing yards at 950 and a hook. Over touchdowns at 6.5. Give me Kenny Pickett as well on the over for the throwing yards and the over for the passing touchdowns. Oh, yeah. Gonna be a great season. Or not. Steelers could put it in my... This is a live show, people. Kid friendly. kid friendly. It really is. It really is kid friendly. We cater to the groups of all ages. Thursday, baby. Let me give you my MLB bets. What I got my money on today. 3 games for you coming at you live. First game of the day, 12:05 Nationals. Patrick Corbin, been a damn beast. Second half of this season, Yankees, Michael King. Who gives a damn? Give me the over 8 and the hook on this game. Yankees acting like they got their swagger back. So you know that only means one thing. They are getting shut out tonight by Patrick Corbin. Nationals, one of the hottest teams in baseball. Give me the Nationals getting this over on their own. I am being facetious, by the way, people. If I didn't think the Yankees would put up 4 or 5, I mean, I wouldn't bet it. But give me the over on the Yanks, and that's over 8 and a hook. Little bit of juice, minus 125. Also at minus 125. Give me the Astros on the money line. Red Sox scare me. Red Sox are an elite offense that can get going fast. Brayan Bello. He's figuring it out. He came up. They said this guy has some stuff. And he's showing it. Brayan Bello has been amazing his second half of the season. However, I'm going to go with JP France and the Houston Astros on the money line at home, minus 125. Last bet of the night I have for you. Kind of scares me. But I'm a back Cal Gibson, baby. In the Baltimore O's. The Orioles. Baltimore, baby, on the money line at home, minus 110. Cal Gibson on the mound. Had an impressive game last night with my guy, Dean Kremer, on the mound. Yes, I said all that just to say my guy, Dean Kremer, was on the mound. There's a few games I like on top of these, but those are the ones I'm rocking with, shortening my slates as of late, getting ready for this football and ultimately college basketball season. So we're going to go the over 8 and a hook on Nationals, Yankees, Astros on the money line, Orioles on the money line. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the support. This is Captain Buy a Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. Going live, baby. 24th of August. Again, thank y'all for everything. Take all wagers at your own risk, and please, gamble responsibly. Dobbs.